Imagine this 30 days from now, you stand before a mirror. You seem more trimmer and stronger in your mirror. Does that seem implausible? Listen up, because I'm about to spill the beans on the fitness regimen that not only transformed my body in a month, but also revolutionized my life. However, I must be honest with you, this is not a magic bullet software. It's a method that has been shown to burn fat and develop muscle all at the same time. Plus, what's even better, you can achieve your goals without spending all your time at the gym or eating just chicken and vegetables. Let's cut to the point. The most successful exercise split for reducing fat and gaining muscle in 30 days is a 4-day upper-lower body split, along with smart cardio and adequate diet. I know what you're thinking, another workout program. But believe me, this isn't your standard fitness post full of hollow promises and repeated advice. I've spent years experimenting with numerous training approaches, and this program consistently gives results for both beginners and seasoned lifters alike. Yes, it is feasible to lose fat and grow muscle concurrently, a process known as body recomposition. Let's address this elephant in the room before we go into the specifics. New study suggests that you may accomplish both fat loss and muscle building at the same time with the correct mix of strength training, cardiovascular exercise, and proper diet, disproving the old belief that you had to choose one or the other. This is particularly true for novices, persons returning to exercising after a sabbatical, and those carrying additional body fat. The secret to our 30-day transformation comes in the deliberate application of an upper-lower split routine. By separating your training into upper and lower body days, you establish the right mix of stimulation and recuperation, enabling you to exercise with the frequency and intensity required to stimulate both fat loss and muscle gain. This split offers each muscle group the attention it needs while guaranteeing enough recovery time, which is vital for both fat loss and muscle building. Here's how the weekly routine breaks down. Monday and Thursday are upper body days, concentrating on chest, back, shoulders, and arms. Tuesday and Friday are devoted to lower body exercise, addressing quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calves. In calves, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays are intended for relaxation, mild cardio, or active rehabilitation. This format allows for high-intensity training sessions while offering adequate recuperation time to minimize overtraining and enhance outcomes. Now, let's speak about the real exercises. On upper body days, you'll start with complex motions like bench presses, rows, and overhead presses. These workouts stimulate numerous muscle groups, activating more muscle fibers and burning more calories than isolation exercises. They also induce a higher release of muscle-building hormones like testosterone and growth hormone. Following the compound lifts, you'll go on to isolation workouts to further stress the muscles and guarantee total growth. For example, a normal upper body exercise may begin with 4 sets of bench presses, followed by 4 sets of bent over rows. Then you'll go on to overhead presses and pull-ups or lat pull-downs. The program closes with isolated movements including lateral raises, bicep curls, and tricep extensions. The objective is to choose weights that are tough enough to encourage muscular development while maintaining perfect technique during each exercise. Lower body days follow a similar pattern, commencing with complex movements like squats and deadlifts, followed by isolation exercises for the legs. The complex lower body movements are especially crucial for fat reduction since they involve the greatest muscle groups in your body, leading to higher calorie burn both during and after your workout. A typical lower body program may start with 4 sets of squats, followed by Romanian deadlifts, leg press, and then go on to movements like leg extensions, leg curls, and calf raises. For both upper and lower body exercises, you'll mostly work in the 8 to 12 rep range, which has been demonstrated to be best for muscular hyperdevelopment. However, we'll also integrate some lower rep sets 4 to 6 repetitions for the primary compound exercises to develop strength, and higher rep sets 15 to 20 reps for isolation exercises to promote muscle endurance and metabolic stress, which may further accelerate fat loss. Now, let's handle the cardio component of our regimen. While weight training is the core of our method, smart cardio plays a significant role in boosting fat loss. However, we need to be cautious not to overdo it, since excessive cardio might interfere with muscle recuperation and development. The solution? High-intensity interval training conducted twice a week, preferably on your rest days. HIIT training should last no more than 20 to 25 minutes and entail alternating between short bursts of intense activity for 30 to 45 seconds and brief rest intervals for 45 to 60 seconds. This sort of exercise has been demonstrated to be more effective for fat reduction than steady-state cardio, and it also helps retain muscle mass. Plus, it causes an afterburn effect. It's known as excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, or EPOC, meaning you'll continue to burn calories at a higher rate for hours after your workout. On your third rest day, you may conduct mild, steady-state exercise like walking or cycling if you choose. This active recovery helps enhance blood flow to your muscles, boosting recuperation without providing extra stress to your body. Remember, recuperation is just as crucial as the exercises themselves when it comes to seeing results. Let's speak about advancement. To continue seeing benefits over the 30 days, you need to increasingly overload your muscles. This doesn't necessarily imply putting extra weight to the bar, although that's typically part of it. But you may also raise the difficulty by increasing repetitions, lowering rest periods, or refining your technique to make each rep more effective. The objective is to push yourself a bit harder each week while still keeping perfect technique and avoiding injury. For example, if you start the program being able to perform 3 sets of 8 repetitions on the bench press with 135 pounds, by the conclusion of the 30 days, you may be doing 4 sets of 10 reps with the same weight, or 3 sets of 8 reps with 145 pounds. This gradual stress guarantees that your muscles continue to adapt and develop throughout the program. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: nutrition. You can't out-train a lousy diet, and this is particularly true while attempting to reduce fat and develop muscle concurrently. Your diet has to support both objectives, which includes ingesting enough protein to develop and maintain muscle, while being in a moderate calorie deficit to stimulate fat loss. Same for 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. This may seem like a lot, but appropriate protein consumption is necessary for keeping and developing muscle growth when in a calorie deficit. Your protein sources should be high quality and diverse, including lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, and plant-based alternatives like lentils and tofu. As for total calories, you'll want to be in a slight deficit of roughly 20% below maintenance. This is enough to stimulate fat reduction without substantially compromising your capacity to develop muscle. Calculate your maintenance calories. There are several online calculators available and deduct 20%. This produces a lasting deficit that allows for persistent fat reduction while giving enough energy to power your exercises and encourage muscle building. All carbohydrates and fats make up the majority of your calories, with carbohydrates being especially crucial during your exercises to offer energy and promote recovery. Time your carb intake such that the bulk comes from whole food sources ingested before and after your exercise bouts. As for fats, concentrate on healthy sources like avocados, almonds, olive oil, and fatty fish, which supply necessary minerals and help regulate hormone synthesis. Meal timing isn't as crucial as total calorie and macronutrient consumption, but there are several tactics that may boost your outcomes. Try to have a meal including protein and carbohydrates within an hour or 2 of your exercise, either before or after or both, if feasible. This helps supply energy for your workout and aids muscle repair and development. Throughout the remainder of the day, spread your meals every 3 to 4 hours to maintain steady energy levels and deliver a continuous supply of nutrients to your muscles. Hydration is another often overlooked part of both fat reduction and muscle building. Aim to drink at least 3 liters of water every day, more if you're exercising intensively or in a hot area. Proper hydration helps sustain performance throughout exercises, improves recovery, and may even help lessen appetite between meals. Let's speak about supplements. While not required, some supplements may help your objectives when taken in combination with correct exercise and diet. Creatine monohydrate is likely the most well-researched and effective substance for boosting strength and muscle growth. A protein powder may be beneficial for fulfilling your protein objectives, particularly around exercises. Pre-workout vitamins may give an energy boost for your training sessions, but be cautious not to depend on them too much. Now let's address some typical issues you can have over the 30 days. First, muscular pain. In the beginning, you're likely to suffer some delayed onset muscle soreness or DOMS, particularly if you're new to training or returning after a break. This is natural and will reduce as your body adjusts to the exercises. To prevent pain, make sure you're warming up correctly before each exercise and consider using a foam roller or receiving frequent massages to aid with muscle recovery. Another problem is retaining enthusiasm and consistency. Let's be honest, there will be days when you don't feel like going to the gym, or when the appeal of bad food is great. This is when having a clear aim and a solid why becomes vital. Take progress images and measurements at the start of the 30 days and then every week. Even when the scale doesn't indicate much change, you'll likely find visible changes in your images that may help keep you encouraged. Time management may often be an issue. The exercises in this program normally take around 60 to 75 minutes, including warm-up and cool down. If you're trying to find time, remember that these 4 weekly sessions are an investment in your health and attractiveness. Try to plan your exercises at the same time each day to build a habit. Some individuals find that early exercises are easier to keep since they get them done before other obligations may interfere. Let's also discuss the significance of sleep and stress management. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of decent sleep each night. Sleep is when your body creates the bulk of its muscle-building hormones and when most of your healing takes place. High stress levels may elevate cortisol, which can interfere with both fat loss and muscle building. Consider adding stress reduction strategies like meditation, yoga, or deep breathing exercises into your regimen. As you proceed through the 30 days, you'll likely notice various changes. In the first week or two, you could actually notice the scale move up somewhat as your muscles retain more water owing to the increased training stimulus. Don't let this discourage you, it's a typical part of the process. You'll likely see increases in strength and endurance pretty fast, typically within the first 2 weeks. Visual improvements often start becoming evident around the 2-week mark, however this may vary, depending on your starting place and how well you keep to the program. By the conclusion of the 30 days, you may expect to see notable gains in muscle definition and a decrease in body fat, especially if you've been consistent with both your workout and diet. Let's speak about what occurs after the 30 days. While you may surely notice substantial improvements in a month, actual physical transformation is a lengthier path. This curriculum gives a fantastic foundation that you may continue to build upon. After the first 30 days, you may wish to mix up certain exercises or change the rep ranges to offer a fresh stimulation for your muscles. The fundamental upper-lower bar split may stay the same, but altering the exact exercises and program variables helps avoid plateaus and keeps your training new and challenging. It's also worth mentioning that advancement isn't always linear. You could have periods where you appear to be making tremendous progress and others when things seem to stop. This is typical and part of the process. The key is to believe in the program and remain consistent. As long as you're gradually pushing your muscles and maintaining on track with your diet, you will continue to make improvement. For anyone worried about maintaining their social life while following this program, know that it's feasible to blend your fitness objectives with an enjoyable lifestyle. The diet offers flexibility for social activities on your rest days, and you may tweak your calorie intake to meet special events if required. The goal is to not allow one off-plan dinner snowball into an off-plan week. If you splurge a little at a social function, simply get straight back on track with your next meal. Let's also address the mental parts of this transition path. Building muscle and reducing fat isn't only about physical transformation, it's also about building discipline, consistency, and mental resilience. Each exercise you finish, each healthy meal you pick, is a victory that improves your confidence and self-efficacy. As you move through the 30 days, you'll likely discover that the mental advantages higher confidence, improved mood, better stress management are just as significant as the physical improvements. For those anxious about experiencing plateaus, realize that 30 days is really a very short period in the broad scheme of fitness. Most individuals can make ongoing growth during this era without notable plateaus. However, if you do feel that your development is halting, there are numerous tactics you may apply. First, make sure you're actually pushing yourself in your exercises. It's easy to inadvertently lower intensity over time. Second, double-check your nutrition. Are you correctly documenting your food intake? Often, what appears like a plateau is really due to unconscious changes in eating patterns. Let's speak about the significance of appropriate form and technique. While the emphasis is typically on how much weight you're lifting or how many repetitions you can complete, perfect technique is vital for both optimizing results and minimizing injury. Each activity in your exercises should be executed with careful, controlled motions. Don't compromise form for weight or repetitions. It's better to complete fewer reps with excellent form than more reps with slight technique. So copy weight. Consider recording yourself executing the exercises and comparing your form to instructed videos, or work with a skilled trainer if feasible to verify you're employing perfect technique. Recovery strategies are another subject worth exploring in depth. While the program structure allows for appropriate recuperation between sessions, there are other tactics you may apply to optimize your results. For instance, proper cool-down stretching after exercises may assist retain flexibility and prevent muscular pain. Foam rolling, as noted previously, may help break up muscular adhesions and enhance blood flow to your muscles. Since individuals believe that contrast showers alternating between hot and cold water might aid with healing. Others swear by Epsom salt baths. Experiment with various recuperation procedures to determine what works best for you. Let's also examine the significance of thinking in accomplishing your objectives. The individuals who experience the greatest benefits from this program are those that approach it with a growth attitude. They view setbacks as chances to learn and develop, rather than as impediments. They recognize that change is a process that encompasses both achievements and losses, and they're devoted to the journey, not just the goal. Cultivate this mentality by appreciating little triumphs, learning from losses, and keeping focused on your long-term objectives. Some individuals may worry about losing strength when in a calorie deficit. While it's true that being in a deficit might make it tougher to increase strength, the program's structure with its concentration on compound exercises and progressive stress helps minimize any possible strength loss. In reality, many individuals, particularly those as now to formal exercise, may actually increase strength even while losing weight. The goal is to maintain pushing yourself in your exercises and ensuring you're receiving appropriate nutrition and rest. For anyone worried about keeping muscle definition beyond the 30 days, realize that the habits and knowledge you gain throughout this program will benefit you far beyond the first month. The concepts of correct running diet and recuperation remain the same whether your objective is developing muscle, maintaining your body, or continuing to lean out. The idea is to develop a sustainable technique that you can continue long-term. Let's speak about the significance of measuring your success beyond simply the scale. While weight is one statistic, it doesn't tell the full picture, particularly when you're concurrently growing muscle and shedding fat. Take measures of your waist, hips, chest, arms, and thighs at the start of the program and every week following. Also, pay attention to how your clothing fit and how you feel overall. Many individuals remark that they seem slimmer and more muscular, even if the scale hasn't changed much. As we end off this detailed guide, let me underscore that the following 30 days represent a chance for genuine, significant change. This program isn't about short cures or unsustainable approaches, it's about developing a solid foundation for long-term success. That the mix of planned weight training, effective cardio, right nutrition, and enough recuperation delivers everything you need to improve your body. Remember, the road of physical change is equally one of personal development. The dedication, consistency, and mental toughness you establish during these 30 days will serve you well in all aspects of life. The confidence that comes from establishing a tough goal and accomplishing it through committed work is absolutely precious. So are you ready to take the leap? To push yourself, to confront your limitations, to become the strongest, leanest version of yourself? The following 30 days might be the beginning of an unbelievable change. Trust in the process, remain persistent, and watch as your hard effort emerges in actual, tangible results. Your future self will thank you for beginning this adventure now. You got this. Now go out there and make it happen. Looking for high-quality supplements backed by Dr. Andrew Huberman himself? Check out the links in the description below and subscribe and hit the bell icon if you've learned anything new or anything of value.